Hey everyone, how's it going? I wanted to show you my 1981 Yamaha XS1100. It's a Midnight Special. I bought it, maybe 3 or 4 months ago. I paid $1,000 Canadian for it, which I think is an okay price. It does run, although it smokes. So this is my next project, and I just wanted to sort of document it before I dive in. I believe it to be mostly original. It's a Canadian bike. It's got a speedometer that's in kilometers, and it has a local sales sticker on it from 1981, Yamaha Powertown Limited in Richmond, BC. The only things that aren't stock is this single 4-into-1 Super Trap exhaust and this ugly sort of homemade sissy bar, and I believe the seat's been recovered at some point, but the paint on the tank looks like the day it rolled out of the showroom. We've lost a bit of paint on top of the fork crown there. It's got these period correct looking leather tassels on it, and overall I'd say it's in pretty good shape. There's a few scratches on the fender, but nothing we can't take care of here. I believe it is a real Midnight Special. It's got the badging there, the badging on the sides. So I think it's a worthwhile project. You know, this is the original gold instead of, I believe they were chrome on the stock XS1100. Got a lot of gold detail on it. So, and I think at the time, back in the late 70s and early 80s, this was a pretty ripping bike. So I'd like to get it back to its glory days. Dual disc in the front, single disc in the back, and from what I've read, the rear brake pedal does also one of the front discs. So your front brake lever does one disc, and your rear brake pedal does the rear disc and also one of the front discs. That's what I've read. It sounds strange. It's not anything I'm used to riding, but we'll see. The brakes are in bad shape right now. The rear wheel barely spins. Yeah, so that's the major problem with the bike is the brakes, and well, second to the motor smoking like a chimney. So I'll start it up and we'll give it a run, and I'll show you what I mean. It smokes like crazy, and it doesn't really have much smell. So I'm not sure if it's just over fueling, or if it is. It doesn't really smell like burning oil, and it's not really blue, but I'll start it up here in a minute, and maybe you guys can comment, let me know what you think. So I would like to get rid of, if the project goes as I plan, I'll put new tires on it, rebuild the brake system, get rid of that ugly sissy bar, and go stock exhaust on it. I really don't like this Super Trap exhaust, although it's probably, you know, period correct. It might look okay with a little bit of black paint. So I'll do one more walk around, and then I'll put the camera down and we'll start her up. Pretty good looking bike for an 80s bike. So I'm curious and excited to get it back running again. So I'll start it up and I'll show you what I mean by the smoke. It's miserably smoky. So I hope it's not rings or top end sort of stuff. Let me know what you think. All right, let's try and start it. Full choke. It's cold out and the battery's pretty weak, but I think it should start. Key on. There we go. Not smoking yet. Let's just watch though, it'll really start smoking. It's burning clean right now. Sounds good. It's running on it's running on all four. Those are all hot, but here comes the smoke. And it just gets worse and worse and worse. So I don't know if that's condensation, maybe bad fuel, or water in the exhaust, but it just gets worse and worse and worse until it's totally unbearable. You got to shut it down. I mean, it could just be water in the exhaust. It really, that smells like something, but I can't put my finger on it. Look, it's just getting worse and worse. I mean, it'll fill the room. So if you have any idea what that could be, I'd like to hear it, because I don't want to take this thing apart any more than I have to. I mean, it seems to run well, although with a bit of throttle, see, it doesn't want to rev. So here we are. It's been running for maybe 90 seconds now, maybe a couple minutes, and it's really, it's not so much the condensation smoke anymore. It's more of like a, maybe it is an oily smoke. I'm down one click on this choke. I'm standing right in the fumes. I really can't put my finger on what the smell is though, but if you look up at the lights, I mean, maybe it's just oil. It's starting to mist a bit too. So anyway, that's documented now. And hopefully with a carb rebuild it might come out of it, but it seems like something more than that. Anyway, that's the start of the series of the project. So maybe I'll post a few videos as I go if there's interest, and we'll see if we can get this thing back on the road and running right. Well, thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Until next time.